Today we are seeing about arrangement. So people feel at first in regarding this Shisha. I know that you have been if not also no problem. If not also no problem. In this session, we are going to see only about the arranging Shisha. Okay. So we have some idea about the variables of Shisha means it is somewhat easier to see this arranging Shisha. Okay. First of all, I must introduce myself. I am Shanmugavalli, working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at KSR College of Engineering. In this session, we are going to see about the array in C#. We all know that what is an array? What is array? Array is a collection of similar data items. Right? So, for all language, not only C#, for any language, if you are looking into an array, you are going to collect the similar items in any of the language. If you want to store a similar data type, similar data item, we must store that in arrays. Okay. In this session, we are going to see about arrays, introduction, multi-dimensional arrays, stacked arrays, and pattern arrays. Okay. So first of all, we would see about the introduction of arrays. As I told earlier, array is a collection of similar data items. Okay, that is what stored here. That is what it is here. Array is a group of similar types of elements that are stored in a continuous memory location. Okay, here we have an example. Okay, so array is a group of elements, that is group of similar elements that should be stored in a continuous memory location. Okay, in C#, this comes under the base type of the object system data. Okay. Usually, for any language, not only C#, the array is indexed with 0. Okay, whatever we are giving, the elements that should be stored or it is starting with the index of 0. Suppose we want to store 5 elements, the array index starts from 0 and ends with 4. That is 0 to 4. That means how many elements it can able to hold? It can able to hold up 5 elements. Our array size is 5 means it can able to hold 5 elements. That is starts from 0 to 4. That is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So totally 5 elements it can able to store, but the index will start from 0 and it ends with n minus 1. That is size minus 1. Okay, that's what here we have taken example of array size is 5. Okay, that should be start from the index 0 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Finally, it ends with 4. The array index sizes ends with 4. That is size minus 1. Okay, because it's starting the element of 0. That we can call here it as a lower bound. And the ending size array we can call it about upper bound. Okay, so finally what we can able to tell you here is the array element starts from 0 ends with size minus 1. Suppose our first element is 25 and our second element is 40 and we are giving third element as 65, then 98 and 100. If it is means our index start from 0. So our first element, that is index position is 0, it can able to hold here as 25. And our first index position can hold the next element of 40. And the second index position can able to hold the third element of 65. And third position we can able to hold fourth element. And for fourth index position we can able to hold fifth element. That is for zeroth position we can able to hold a first element. Okay, that is what the array can able to store. So suppose we are having 5 elements means 25 should store in index position 0 and the second element can 40 that should be stored in the index position 1 and our third element is 65 that should be stored in the index position of 2 And then fourth element is 98, that should be stored in the index position of 3. And fifth element is 100, that should be stored in the index position of 4. So this is the basic concept of array. So it starts from the index 0 and ends with size minus 1. Okay, this is about the array element. So likewise, you can able to hold the values of an element here. Okay, next. The same here, the second we are having example of array is 7, 11, 6, 55, 98, 45, 16, 96 and 46. Okay, this is the value of an array. Okay, this is the array element. So obviously our lower bound start from 0 and it is holding how many values? See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 elements we are having. So what about our index position? Index position start from 0 and it ends with size minus 1. Obviously the index position for the upper bound is 8. Okay, 9 element is there, 9 minus 1, that is 8. So the last, that is end upper bound, that is end index is size minus 1. So our array for this example, 9 elements we are having. So start from 0 and ends with 8. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, this is how we can able to store it here. The value obviously first our element is 7, so it is can able to hold in index position of 0. And first index position can hold the next element 11, and the second index position can able to hold our third element 6, and the third index position we can hold the next element 55, and fourth index position we can able to hold 98, and the fifth element should hold 45, and sixth element can able to hold 60, and the seventh element it can able to hold 96, and eighth element it can hold the last element of 46. So our array length is 9, but our index position start from 0 and it ends with 8, size minus 1. Okay, that is length minus 1. This is how we can able to hold our array. Okay, so what is an array? Array is a group of similar type of elements, okay, that can store in a continuous memory range. Okay, and index position start from 0. Okay, next. Array initialization we will see here. What about the syntax for this array index element? The syntax. So you can see how we can able to give the index position of array. Just start from data type. Okay, it means in, then array variable, then square braces will be. Likewise here the same thing. Okay, data type, then comes with the square braces. See here data type. Okay, data type, then square braces, then array name. Okay, likewise we can able to give the array. That is the syntax for array as data type, square braces, then the array name. Okay, then it ends with semicolon. Okay, this is the syntax for the C#. Okay, so see here I have given example here. So obviously the namespace is demo application. If you are opening a C# application, it will come. Then our class name is program. So open and close braces. Okay, class name, namespace, open close, and then class name, open close. Okay, then static void main string args, then open close. This is the class name and static void main function. This is the syntax, common syntax. We have seen already about this is in the first video. Okay, now we are going to see about the array syntax, how we can able to give an array. Okay, so here, see here, int that is nothing but the before word, so we no need to worry about it. The int, it is a data type. Okay, then second one is with the square braces. After that, the array name is values here. What about the array variable name here? It is a value. See here, int is a data type. Okay, then square braces, it shows an array. Okay, it is the syntax for array. So int data type. Okay, see here, data type, square braces, and array name. This is the syntax. Same here. Int is a data type, square braces, then the array name. Very good. Okay. This is how we can able to give or we can able to declaring an array. Okay, it's nothing but data type, square braces, and array name. So in square braces, there is a value. Okay, this is an array name. We can give like this also. Okay, how can we give? We can give like this also. Another example we can give us. Okay, so data type means integer is an array. Okay, it is another example. See here, this is an array. After that, the array declaration. Okay, in it is an example. We can give like this also. Okay, with then square braces. So here the square braces. This is an array type. Okay, square braces. Then the variable name is array. ARR. Likewise, also we can declare our array. Okay, this is an example. Okay, data type is an integer. Then we are holding here or we are declaring here integer array. Okay, in then square braces after that ARR. Okay, this is an array name. Okay, the square braces indicate that this is an array. ARR is an array name. Okay, this is how we can able to declare an array in C#. Okay, then the next after declaring we need to initialize our array values, right? So how can we initialize our array name? See here, values is an example of before arrays. Okay, values we have declared here. Okay, now what we are going to see here is we are giving a value to that array. That is, we are initializing an array. So how can we initialize it? Values equal to new int of 3. That means 3 values we are initializing here. Okay, so values is an array. Okay, values is an array that is equal to new int of other 3. 3 means it can able to hold the size of 3 values. Okay, so that means how our array index starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2 ends with size minus 1. Okay, so here 3, so 3 minus 1, 2. So it can able to hold the values of 0 to 2. That is, it can able to hold 3 values here. Okay, and the index position is 0 to 2. 0, 1, 2. And it can able to hold values. How many values? 3 values. Okay, so index 0 is holding an integer value of 1. Index 1 can hold the value of 2. Index 2 can hold value of 3. Okay, so this is an array initializing here. This is an array name. So array name of index position that is equal to value. We can able to assign like this. So assigning a value to the elements of an array like this, we can able to do array name, square braces. Inside that square braces, we can able to give the index value 0, 1, and equal to. After that, in the right hand side, we can able to give the value. We are assigning a value. That is, we are initializing an array values here. So 1 in the position of 0 and 2 in the index position of 1 and 3 as a value that is in the index position of 2. Okay, likewise, we can able to assigning a values to an array. This is an example. Before I have given this example, no, int of ARR. So if this is means, how can we initialize it here? Here, just I am writing here. Okay, so this is an example which I have given. Example, so in, okay, square braces equal to what we have given, AR. Okay, so in square braces ARR, this we have initialized before. Okay, that is we have declaration here. Then after this declaration, we can able to give a values over here. So how can we initialize the values of ARR? Same, 1, 2, 3 means ARR. For that, we need to initialize this size here. Okay. So ARR equal to new. Okay. Integer is a data type int 3. Okay. After that, how can we assigning a value? The second line. Okay. We can able to assign a value here as ARR 0. The first value, that is 1, should be assigned to the index position 0, and the second ARR 1. In the index position 1, we can assigning a value of 2. Okay. Then ARR 2 index position, that can able to assigning a value here as 3. Okay. Likewise, we can able to assigning a value to one variable. This is how we can able to initializing an array. This is how we can able to assigning a value to an array. Okay. Next. So these are the different ways the array declaration. We have seen only one method, no? This slide gives you detailedly about how can we declaring and initializing an array over here. Okay. See here, example 1. Suppose we want to give a size 5. Okay. So how can different ways of initialization, not assigning a value. So just we are going to give only the just we are declaring an array. So how can we do it? See here, int firebase, integer array only we are seeing now. Okay. So it is an integer data type, int of in ARR1. This is an array name. Okay. So this is a data type in square braces indicate this is an array. Okay. Fine. Then this is an array name in ARR1, that is equal to new int of data type of size. Okay. New int of 5. This is how we can able to what? We can able to declare and value to an array. That is we are giving size as 5. Second, how can we initializing a value at the same time while we are giving element 5 means 5 elements we are giving at the same line itself. How can we do it? The second example will explain. Okay. While you are giving the size, we can able to assigning a value to one variable. That is 5 elements we are given here. That is int of int array 2, that is equal to new int of 5. 5 is in size. How can we give an value? That is we are assigning a value here itself with the curly open close braces. Okay. In the elements in between we can give comma. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is an array elements. We are giving here, that is we are assigning a value at the same type of initializing itself. We are assigning a value. Likewise, by using this open and close curly braces, we can assigning a value. In between the elements, we can give comma over. So this is an initializing and assigning a value to an array in a single line. How can we do it? Integer data type in square braces in ARR2, that is array name equal to new int of 5 with the open close braces 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the elements. Then next step, we can defining an array. Okay. Indicate the size of an array. That is, without giving and 5 as an array element, we can directly assigning a value to an array elements. Okay. This is also possible. If we are doing this, the system itself count that this is holding a 5 value because we are giving 5 values over here, no? So it can able to hold or it can able to count the size of an array is 5 here. Okay. Here same thing in square braces in array 3 equal to open curly braces, that just we are directly assigning a value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, with the close curly braces ends with semicolon. Okay, this is how we can able to defining an array elements. Okay, this is also possible here. Next, fourth one, what we are going to see here is array declaration here. Okay, using a where what's the use of where variable? Do you know that where is a variable at this what while we are declaring or while we are initializing a value to an array or anything, value to an variable, while we are assigning a value to an variable, the variable data type the system should understand. Okay, the system is going to calculate your variable data type. Okay, that is the purpose of using var here. Var variables used if you not declaring any data type, the data type must be calculated by your system. And that is the purpose of using var variable. Okay, so here it's like a data type. Integer means instead of int, we can give var. Okay, while we are assigning a value, the system is going to calculate. Here we are assigning an integer variable. So the even numbers array should hold integer array. Okay, it can able to declare that the system is going to calculate that this is an integer array. See here, var is a variable. Okay, it's a data type. We can able to say that the data type it must be calculating while you are assigning a value to that variable. That is here array name is even nums. Okay, where even nums equal to new int of okay 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So this is an integer array. Okay, because it can hold the integer values over here. So this array data type, integer data type can able to hold it for this where name. Okay, let's see the second example where it is equal to new string of okay Mumbai, London, New York. This is the string names. Okay, this is the city's name. It can hold what is this? These are all strings, right? So it is a string array. So instead of this where is calculating that this is a string array. Okay, this is how we can able to while you are assigning a value to an array, this variable where is going to calculate your what data type. So this first array is your integer array and your second array is string array. Okay. Likewise, also you can able to declare your variable. Okay, using an array. So array type variables can be declared using where without square braces. This is very much important. You must be understood here. In the integer, we are giving here a square braces. Right. But here in the var, we couldn't give any square braces over here. Why? This is the syntax here. So we must notify this. Okay. Declared array variable declared using var variable means we should not use square braces. Okay. If you are adding an array element at the time of declaration, then the size is optional. You don't need to mention the size, it is an optional one. Okay. The compiler will infer its size based on the number of elements inside your curly brace. I said no. So if the curly brace is holding 5 values, here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so it is holding 5 values. So this var, what it is an integer data type. Okay, integer array, it can hold a size of 5. So the array length is 5 here. Here string is an array. Okay, Mumbai, London, New York. So the array size is 3 over here. Okay, so it can automatically hold your, it can automatically calculate your array size. Okay, that's what we are trying to say in this statement. Okay, then fifth, how can we declare the declaring method of a fifth example is here int 5 braces even numbers equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. That is without declaring anything over here the size, we are just giving shortly, just we are directly assigning a value to an array. Okay, it is an integer array, we can call this value. It is a string array, string of cities. Okay, no need to mention int new and all. Okay, new int of this one. No need to do all those things. Just directly we can able to give values over here. Likewise, also we can able to assigning value. That is string square braces space it is equal to Mumbai, London, New York. So one more thing we can able to notify here is this is a string, so it should be hold the values with double quotes. Okay, so Mumbai with the double quotes, comma London with the double quotes, comma New York with the double quotes. Likewise, we can able to what? We can declaring and assigning value to an array. Okay, this is one of the type of vision. Next, array. What is a slate initialization? It is not necessary to declare and initialize an array in a single state. Okay, you no need to mention that your array size is this one, and you no need to mention that this is your values. Okay, no need to do that in a single step. You can first declare an array, then initialize it later using new operator. Okay, this is then late binding. We have seen this one, no? This is the second example we have seen, no? So this is called as late binding. Okay, even numbers equal to new int of 5. Then even numbers equal to new int of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No need to declare it to the same time. Just declare it and then assigning and size. After that, we can able to give the value given way. Okay, likewise also you can do this. This is called as late binding. You don't need to do that in a single line. You can do like this also. Okay, next. Next, what is these are all examples? It is an invalid statement of arrays. Okay, so what are all the invalid statements here? See, it will give you a compiler error. Why? Because int array equal to new int of square braces alone you have given. You haven't give the size of an array. So you haven't given the size of an array over here. Maybe 5, 2, 3, anything it may be. The size is not mentioned here. So at compile time, the system will show it as a compiler error. Okay, you must give size here. While you have given like this new int of means, you have to give the size over here. Otherwise, it will show an error. This is a wrong statement. Okay. Next, wrong initialization. This is a declaration error. Then wrong initialization. String of str equal to. In the second statement, if you are directly assigning means without giving the size, it will show an error. So wrong initialization of an array. Okay, because you have to mention here the size. If not, then it will also show an error. String of string str1 equal to str1 equal. You have to give this is the single line itself. You should not skip this line. If it is string square braces str1 equal to these elements means that is correct. Here if the string of you have given means that is correct. But if you are splitting these into two statement means this is an wrong statement. So it will give you an error that it is a wrong initialization. The same thing. Int of even number equal to new int of the same first one. Okay, you must specify the array size over here. Okay, then this and then the fourth statement. Even number equal to new int of 5, 2, 4. That is, you have given 5 as a size over here, but you haven't given the 5 numbers here. Just 2 numbers alone, you have 2 values alone, you have passed for this array. So it is a wrong state. Okay, hope you understood this one. Okay, if it is 2, then this is correct, 2, 4. If it is 5, you haven't given the 5 values, then this is wrong. Or else if it is 5 means maybe 6, 8, 10. This is correct. This statement is correct now. 5 you have given the size and 5 elements you have given here. It is correct. But you are giving like this. This is a wrong statement. You have given the size as 5, but elements you have given here as 2. So this is the wrong statement. Okay. So you should not declare again. Okay. Then what about the final one? Where even numbers equal to 2, 4, 6. It cannot be, you should not use var variable for this one. Okay, directly. Can't use var with array initializer. Directly, if you are initializing an array, you should not do like this. Okay, yeah, here you have to give a new int of 4, like the 5. Okay, you have to give like this, then you have to do this. See here, what about the array? Var option here, where so you have to give new string of new int of, okay, then your initializing values you have to give this new int of new int of. If you are giving means that is correct statement. If you are not giving means then this is the wrong statement for var variable. Okay, so you have to concentrate on it. So how we can able to accessing an array elements? The same thing. See, this is the first example we have seen. No, values equal to new int of 3. Okay, you have given the size of an array as 3. For the array name as values. For this values is an integer. What integer array? It can hold 3 values. So index position 0, it can hold 1. For the index position 1, it can hold 2. For the index position 2, it can hold 3 values. So it is a console based application. We have used it here as console.write. Okay, console.write line of, then values of 0. This is used for your print statement. Okay, print statement in Python, printf statement in C. Okay, system.out.println in Java. So it is a print statement, nothing else. If you want to show that in your monitor, we must use this. Okay, for the console application, we must use this in C#. Okay, console.write line of values of 0. Console.write line of values of 1. Console.write line of values of 2. Okay, this console.read is in order to your monitor should be in for why you must use this. Okay, so if you are giving like this, what is the output here? So index position 0 can hold what's the value here? 1. So 1 is holding 2. Then for the index position 2, it can hold 3 as a value. So it should be printing. Okay. So for this, the output for this is if you're running this, we can get the values of 1, 2, 3. So this value should be printing over here. Okay. Next. Accessing an element using indexes. This is how we have seen here. Okay, index element 0, 1. So it is printing like this. So you have given 5 as an element size, okay, array size, but you are trying to print 6th position. It is an index out of bound exception, index out of range exception, right? So you have given only 5 elements, okay, 0 to 4 it can hold. If you are giving 5 also, it will give an error. 5 also wrong, 6 also wrong. Okay, so 0 to 4 it can able to hold totally 5 elements. Okay, if I am trying to assigning 6th index position, that is even numbers of 6, then it will show an error. So index positions are, what is the exception? Throws runtime exception as index out of range. That is, you have given only 5 elements, you are trying to print it 6th element. So this is wrong statement. So this 2 is correct. Console.write line of even numbers of 0 is correct. Okay, because even number, int of even number equal to int of 5. So 0 can hold 2. For index position 1 can hold 4. So it is printing the value of 2 and 4. This is the output here. Okay, for these two statements. For this statement, it is index out of range error will give. Okay, even numbers of 5 also it will give this error. Next, how can we do that in with the for loop? How can we access this element in the for loop? As it is previously and they are the same thing. Okay, so int of even numbers equal to 4, 6, 8, 10. This is an element assignment. Okay, in the array. Obviously, for I equal to 0, I is less than even nums dot length. This dot length function will give you a length of an array, that is size of an array. So what is about here the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to 5 it will process. Okay, then I plus plus. Console.write line will print your value. Okay, so even number of I means for the first 0th position will come. So even number of 0 will print 2. Then the second iteration I plus plus. So it will increment. Okay, 0 the previous element, it will increment to 1. So even number of 1 will give you 4. Then it will give increment, it is 2. Even number of 2, it will print 6. Okay, even number of 3 print 8. Then even number of 4 it will print what? 10. While coming to the 5, length 5, so I is less than 5 is less than 5. It is wrong statement. It is not true, so it will come out of the loop. Okay. Likewise, also it will then update the values of each element by 10 means position. So plus 10, it will update plus 10. So 2 plus 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. It will print for the state. Okay. Likewise, also we can able to access the array elements for the for. Okay. Accessing array using for each loop. This is very much important. Okay. For each element is very much important. So the same thing, you are declaring an even numbers. Okay, an array. Then it is a string. Okay, Mumbai, London, New York. Okay, string of cities Mumbai, London, New York. For each. Okay, this is syntax for each. Where it's a variable name. Okay, where item in even numbers in even number is an array name. Okay, So item, it can hold, first one is Mumbai. Okay. Second, it can hold London, and the third one it is in New York because it's in even numbers. Okay. First, first for the items, it can hold for the items even numbers means, so item should have 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So for each and every item, it will increment without the increment operator. If you want to use for means, okay, we can use the for each. Okay. So even numbers is an array name. It can hold these values. For first iteration item, it will print 2. Then the second, it will print 4. Then the third time, it will print 6. Then the fourth one, it will print 8. Then the fifth time, it will print 10. Likewise, for the string cities also, for the first time, where city in cities means cities is an array name. Okay, city is a variable name. Okay, where variable name in array name. This is the syntax. Okay, so where city in cities, if you want to print the city, it will print first Mumbai, second time it will print London, and the third time it will print New York. This is how you can able to give your value. So I hope you have understood array declaration. Okay, array initialization. Okay, then what about what are all the methods for declaring and initializing an array? Okay, then what about the wrong statement of array in declaration in the C#? Finally, how can we access these elements? Okay, by using the index, for loop, and for each loop. Okay, hope you must understand this section. Okay, we will see the next multi-dimensional arrays, agged arrays, okay, pattern arrays in the next section. Thank you. Hope you must understood. Happy learning. Thank you.